Recording in progress.
So we have Economics Paper 2, June 2023. Are you there? So we'll go to question 1. It said, which one of the following describes the recovery phase of the economic cycle? You know, for the economic cycle, we have the boom, we have depression, we have downturn, we have depression, we have recovery. These are the stages of economic cycle or business cycle. So we have the options here. They said, A, GDP is growing as its fastest and business activity increases. That does not represent recovery, it represents boom. So A represents boom. That's growing, the economy is growing fast and business activity is increasing. That is boom. GDP starts to rise and economic activity is on the increase. That is recovery. That is the answer, which is B. Then we go to C. Why is it not C? C states that the GDP is still growing but more slowly. That is downturn. The GDP is still growing but more slowly. That is downturn. It is not C. And why is it not D? It is not D because GDP falls for 2 successful or consecutive quarters, means recession. So it is not D. D represents recession. Is it clear?
Clear.
So the answer for question 1A is B. We go to question 2. Which one of the following is an example of frictional unemployment? A bank calls jobs during a global recession. If a bank calls jobs during global recession will bring about a fall in aggregate demand. And that is cyclical unemployment. So A is cyclical unemployment, it is not A. Workers are unemployed whilst waiting to start a new job. That is the answer. It is frictional unemployment or temporary unemployment. So you can call it frictional or temporary unemployment, which is the unemployment that occurs when leaving a job to seek for a new one. It is frictional or temporary. So they might write temporary in the next exams, not frictional. Is it clear?
Yeah.
C. So the answer is B. So we go to question C. Option C. Fewer workers are employed on fruit farm in the winter months. That is seasonal unemployment. And D. Factory workers lose their jobs as more machines are used. That is structural unemployment. Is it clear? So I've analyzed the kind of unemployment we have, which is clear now, right?
Yeah.
So the last one is structural. Any question about that? So we go to question C. What is meant by the term exports? Exports are the sale of goods and services to foreign customers. The sale of goods and services to foreign customers. Is it clear?
Yeah.
We move on to D. What is meant by the term globalization? When we talk about globalization, it is what? Is the increasing interconnectedness between different economies. Increasing interconnectedness between different economies or countries. That is globalization. Is it clear?
Yeah.
So we go to question E. Calculate how much the average price level increased between 2018 and 2021. To calculate the average price level, it is the current year price level minus the base year price level in percentage. So it is 105.4 minus 100, which is 5.4 in percentage. Is it clear? Do you get that? That's the answer anyway. So go to question F. Are you there?
Yeah.
Using the diagram below, draw the effect of a decrease in UK exports to the US on the equilibrium exchange rate of UK pounds. Label the new UK curve. So here there's a decrease in exports. So a decrease in exports to the US will mean that the quantity of goods to the US will reduce. And if the quantity of goods to the US is reducing, that means from the UK, that means the demand for the pounds will reduce. Yes or no? Yes. Because right now it means that the US is not exporting from UK anymore. So the demand for UK pounds would reduce. Do you get the point here?
Yeah.
Meaning that the quantity of goods, the quantity of dollar or pounds needed would have reduced from QE to Q1, bringing about a leftward shift in the demand for the pounds from D to D1. As a result, there will be a fall in the value of the pounds from ERE to ER1. Is it clear?
Clear.
Any question about that? So this is the graph representation of it. Yeah, in the video explanation. It might not be clear here, but I think it's clearer. Any question about that?
No,
So we'll move on to question G. Are you there?
yes.
Question D. G. They said analyze the possible benefits for Colombia of having import quotas. Is it? That's H. I mean G, right?
Yes,
Menu cost, inflation, sorry, yeah, G. G is inflation, menu cost. They said, explain one effect of rising inflation on menu cost in the UK. So one effect of rising inflation is that menu costs may increase. as firms may need to change their price tags. And not only their price tag, they might need to even change prices on their websites. And this will take time and cost them from printing. So you have to change your price tag. The menu is the price of goods, Menu is the price of goods. So if inflation continues to increase, that means you have to continue to change your price tags every now and then. That means that's the cost of printing new price tag. That is a cost.
Cost the fees for changing the prices.
So you have to continue to print new price tags every now and then. It takes time and it's wasting money too. Is it clear?
Yeah.
So go to question H, right?
Yes.
Which is quotas now. Analyze the possible benefits for Colombia of having import quotas. So what are quotas? I wrote quotas are trade restrictions which puts limits to the quantity of imports. Trade restrictions that put limits to the quantity of imports. That is what we call quotas. Is it clear?
Yeah.
So quotas on rice might protect the Colombian rice farmers. That's the point there. As quotas will mean that the rice farmers in Colombia may be able to sell more, which may result in higher revenues. Now that there's quota, it means when we reach the limit, we won't be able to import anymore. So we have to buy domestic rice. And that will increase the revenue for domestic farmers that produces rice. Do you get the point there?
Yes.
So as revenue increase for rice farmers, it may serve as incentive to supply more. Is it clear? So these are the benefits for Colombia in terms of the consumers and the producers of rice. Any question about that? So that ends question 1, right?
Yeah.